Okay, y'all, welcome to another episode of Let's Be Real, the podcast. I'm here with my girl, Emani. She done put me onto some new, I know y'all hear the background music in the back. Turn this up a little bit. And we here today, this is our third interview.
Yes.
In 2 years, y'all. Like, this was one of my very first interviews I did.
It was really?
Yes. It was you, Slay. I think you were probably like my second, third interview.
That's so dope.
When I was in school. Dope. So we back at it. This is my girl. We got our history.
Right.
For real. Now
and we've done them in all different places.
Right.
My
That's
apartment,
crazy.
then WSSU, now here in Charlotte.
City to city.
Right.
That's crazy. That's
multiple cities.
Greensboro, Winston, Charlotte. What's next?
Philly.
Philly. Well, I'm telling you, 5 years, we're going to be rich.
Right.
For real.
Big facts.
Real shit. Well, for the ones who are not blessed to already know you, let people know who you are, what you do.
So, yeah, my name's Emani. Born and raised in Philadelphia. I ran track all my life, came down to A&T on a track scholarship. In the midst of running, I started a clothing line, which is called Pish Posh. Everything's hand painted. I've always been an artist. I love painting, so that's why I came up with the whole niche of painting on clothes. And yeah, it just grew from there. I studied law in school, but I do this full time.
Yeah.
And yeah, after graduation, I was just like, I'm just gonna keep going because it blew up.
Right.
After my starting it my sophomore year, so I was just like, I'm gonna go with it. And plus, it's a passion, it's a dream.
Right. Exactly.
And I just love having like my own thing where I can wake up whenever I want, do what I want. It's just
be your
fun.
own boss.
Yeah,
you
and
right.
It's fun too. It's fun.
Right.
I can't imagine sitting at a desk. I would
Seriously,
cry.
I would, and that's the one thing. Like, I'm so big on entrepreneurship. Oh, that's a tongue twister right there. But I'm just so big, especially not even just black women, but in black men or black people in general, just people owning their own time, making their own money, not having to answer to anyone. Because I'm not good at time management.
That's me. I got to write everything down, set reminders, put them in my notes in my phone.
See, I can't. Like, being on a schedule is tough.
Oh, another thing I hate is uniforms.
For real. Looking like at a job.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Okay, so you went to school for law.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel graduating with your law degree and not even, are you going to push that? Are you going to use it in the future? Or do you kind of feel like that's just like something to lean back on?
So I actually got the actual I pre-law major, but I got a liberal studies degree. Mm-hmm. I Googled what's all under liberal studies. It could be teaching, motivation, speaking. So I feel like I'm incorporating it all within Pish Posh. Like, I like teaching other people things I know. Or I've done like a few classes with like younger kids, like how to paint and stuff, just art, fashion, stuff like that. And I think I'm doing it kind of now. And then I've done a few gigs at universities where I just speak on my story, motivating people to start their own brand and stuff. So I know I doubt I'm going to venture back to the whole law way of going to law school and stuff. But yeah, I wish I did kind of major maybe in something else that would have benefited the brand more. Mm-hmm. But it did help some because I had business law classes. So with the business law classes, I learned contracts, patents, all that stuff. So that was really helpful. That was the most interesting part.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like I went to school for mass communications and marketing. It's like if you're not even in that career, the things you went study, you're actually using in your career now, like patent, copyright, and all that stuff. Like, it plays a part of it. Unless if you see my design, that's my design.
Right.
Like, that's mine.
It's funny, too, because I never took a fashion class in college. I never took an art class. One art class I took was art history, African American history. So I'm just learning about different black historical artists. That was it. But I never actually was like hands-on with the class where it could benefit the brand. So everything's just kind of natural, I feel like.
Right. It's who you are as an individual. Like, it's your passion. So how does it feel being your own boss? Do you have a lot of obstacles that you come across? Well, actually, what is one of your biggest obstacles being a boss? Being your own boss?
I think my biggest obstacle is, one thing I want to touch base on is I feel like being Black and having a business, it's like we already have like everybody looking to us to be completely perfect or like others, and I feel like Black people were still kind of learning it and like having our own, because we were at a point conditioned to work for someone else for so long. So it's like we're learning, and I think that my obstacle is that people expect me to be perfect with it, hands-on and stuff like that. And because it's hand painted stuff, I do get behind on orders, and I do like sometimes, fall short on like communication and stuff like that. And I think, but I'm always willing to learn and then like better and stuff. But I think that's my like biggest downfall as far as being a brand. It's just getting people to understand that
you are human.
I'm growing and I'm human, and it's so funny. But I like it because I really I care about how other people feel, and I always take it into consideration. And I respond back to them like, I'm working on that, and I'm going to do better. And like just the other day, one of my customers, she's from Jersey. We were going to meet up before I came down here from North Carolina, but the timing wasn't right. But when I get back, we're going to meet up. And she was like, she just wanted to sit down and help me come up with the way I can handle like my custom orders. Yeah. Because like my website orders, they're all organized. But custom orders just through DMs, I'm just writing them down. Right. So she wants to help me like find a way where it can go through like a filing process.
Or maybe like a Google form type thing. You know that thing where you like, what is it like, not like a survey, but you can kind of input like your name, your information, what
like
you like.
Excel kind of type of thing?
Yeah, I think it's like Excel or Google, but it's like really easy where you can just make a form, put like a link, and you ever heard of Linktree?
I've seen that in a lot of people's bios. Every time I'm clicking people's bios, it says that, and they have like 3 different websites, like music, art, just all different. I think that's so pretty cool.
Yes, and that's what I use for Let's Be Real too. Like it just helps organize your business so all your customers, your clients can just go to this one link, and it's already like boom. Okay, if you want custom order link is right here. Website, YouTube, everything really like that. Yeah, so.
On my website though, my actual official website, it does have like different tabs like blog, Emani, shipping, just little information stuff. I gotta go back in and revamp my website. I haven't really done it in like a few months, but yeah.
So do you do everything by yourself? Like, are you a one-man army?
I feel like as far as like Pish Posh, yes, but I have been doing this thing for like the past 3 years where it's like I help people get credit hours, like as far as interning, like students that's in school. Like right now, I've had previous ones, but right now I have an intern. Her name's Kat. She's from she goes to Penn State, psychology major, wants to be a stylist, and like she just comes with me to the shows and stuff and helps style and stuff. I'm just helping her with that, and I'm excited because for this one, I've never really showed the whole aspect of them growing. So I'm in the process of documenting her growing within the internship so then I can promote it to others. But she's going to graduate this spring. And yeah, I'm super excited. That's how really my internships kind of go. But other than that, as far as the creating process, shipping, all that, it just be me.
Right.
Hopefully I get to a point where I can have like a full-blown team, but I feel like I'm still in a growing process.
Yes.
Even though it's been a while.
Yeah, like rewinding back, because that's really cool how like you offer internship opportunities for people. So how did that kind of come about, you doing internships for students?
I never even thought of that. Someone who was my first intern, but now my friend, his name is Raheem. He's like a vlogger. He reached out to a roommate of mine that was my roommate like my junior year, and he was like, can you please give me a contact with the Pish Posh Girl? I just want to work with her. And like, it took me a minute to get back to him, but when he finally came over, he was like, yeah, I just want to work with you. So we're hanging around, and then I think he hit me with the, can I intern for you? I have to do an internship. I'm like, sure. He's like, you just got to sign these papers. I'm like, sure. It was like my first time. I didn't know anything of it, but I didn't mind it. Right. And it was pretty helpful. Like he went with me to shows. We went everywhere. Atlanta, New York, DC. We traveled so much. And it was really dope. And now he has like multiple businesses. Yeah. Like, I think like 4. And he's really grown. And so many people know him and like respect his craft now, and I just feel like it was very helpful and vital for him.
Exactly, because that's how I met him when we modeled for you too in Greensboro. Yeah. So I definitely remember that. That's really good, like giving back, helping people, especially do what they love, but then kind of also helping build and elevate who you are.
So now, with my intern now, because she's like doing the styles thing, we're actually I'm helping her put her own fashion show together in Philly. So she's gonna do her own casting call, get her own designers, and execute a show.
Right.
She's super excited for it because she's doing it for her birthday. Like, I'm so hyped.
Yes. So would you kind of describe yourself as like being a mentor? A fashion mentor?
So I do mentor a few people right now. My like main top 2 mentees is a girl named Destiny. She's from Charlotte. She customizes sneakers. She goes by The Artist on Instagram. And then I have another mentee. Her name's Allison. She's from Georgia, but she just moved up here to Burlington, North Carolina. And she makes like exotic like garments, pieces and stuff like that, just different type of stuff. And I think Allison is a very vital story because I remember a time this past summer, I think, she didn't actually start like the line yet. And I was like, Allison, we was up to like 3 o'clock in the morning. We was just on the phone just talking like for hours. And I'm just like, right now, go in your closet, see what pieces you could remake, reconstruct, and let's like get it going. Like, you don't have to wait for an investor or just people to back you and stuff. Like, just work with what you have and then go off of that. And she made those pieces, and when she did, she sent it to me. I made a post on Instagram, and like all my followers just gravitated to her because I just shouted her out and just got people to support her. And then from there, like, she's selling now. Like, she's growing her brand and stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, I love it.
Right. Especially kind of providing like consultations to help people kind of be like, this is what I need to change. This is kind of what I need to do. So growing, okay, let's start from square one. How did the whole development of like the business part of you, especially you as Emani and then you as Pish Posh, how was that whole process of growing from A&T to how you are now?
It's so amazing. Like, I have like so much happiness in me right now. It's like, wow, like I never had that question before. So it's like, in the beginning, it was like, oh, I'm just doing this. It's kind of like a hobby to me, but okay, it was like so many people gravitated to me. I had to change how I was as a person. I used to be very antisocial, so I had to be more open to people, which I don't mind because I really like it now. Sometimes it has its little flaws, but I like meeting new people. So that whole aspect, just networking with people, I was just so eager to get out and get it. Like, now it's like so much comes to me. Now I don't even have to work, but which is kind of bad because I feel like I still need to have that mentality I had in the beginning to keep it growing. But now it's more than just clothing. Like, I would say last year I probably did a good 30 to 40 fashion shows like that I was just on, not from my own, to collaborating, to being on like university shows and stuff, and it was just up and down the East Coast. And then even now this year, like I've done a few shows over, I don't know how many within January and February, but I've done like a few, and I have some more coming up. And it's just really cool, like when say like companies or universities or different like people, organization stuff just reach out like, hey, can we get you on board for our show? What's your pricing? And that's dope because it's like, before I would just pull up just because I wanted people to know what Pish Posh is, but now they're like paying for my presence. Kinda. And I think that's a good achievement. Right.
It makes like, like this is who I am, this is my worth, and you are important, you are somebody, you are valuable. Everyone is.
And since it's being real, I really don't like charging the HBCUs. I love doing the HBCUs, but the white schools, I'll be like, y'all gonna pay me.
Be like, you know what? I'm a black woman,
right?
And you take time. You put a lot. of time.
And then the travel is
exactly.
It's so annoying, waggling all that stuff. Like, I just be like,
Listen, they got the money. Listen,
no,
what? And on that note, we're gonna go on a quick break. Okay. All right, y'all. So we are back with the episode of Let's Be Real with Miss Emani. So, how do you feel being a black woman in the fashion industry and being kind of someone who young girls, black girls can look up to and say like, hey, she is doing a damn thing. She has her own line. And how does that kind of feel walking in those steps of being in that legacy?
I think it's very vital. I took a women's studies class my senior year, and it was so eye-opening to me. It's like, I've always heard that there was a point where women didn't have jobs.
Right.
And we couldn't have jobs. And when I took my women's studies class, it opened so much. I was learning about like how me running track, how women couldn't run in the Boston Marathon, and like women would sneak in there, like tie their hair up just so they could compete and stuff. So it's just like different stuff inspired me, and I was just like, wow. So I think it's definitely important for us to have our own. I like how majority of the people I follow on Instagram are females with their own businesses, hair, lashes, makeup, clothing lines, just different stuff, all types of stuff.
Right.
And we're coming up with new stuff every day. I mean, I think I follow a girl who does facials, just different stuff, trainers.
Right.
It's so much, and I think that's super dope because there was a point where, we were just conditioned to be at home and stuff like that, and then you know, like, I feel like we do have a disadvantage as far as like black women.
Exactly.
Like Malcolm X said, what? We're like
we get I cannot figure word for word, but he was like, we are one of the most
disrespected
people on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we're not appreciated enough for what we all do. And I definitely believe in that, especially women empowerment, especially, you know, pushing each other, elevating each other up, you know?
No, yeah, and I definitely like it. That's why, like, sometimes I just randomly shout out people.
Right.
Because I know my platform definitely has that pool where it gets, like, others recognized. And I'm thankful for those who shout me out, too. So, yeah, I think it's super amazing that so many people are just on the grind. I think I like to definitely just push and let people know every little angle that I do, even, like, my downfalls from the good to the bad, just so they can see that even if you get discouraged at a point, you can still keep going.
I swear to God, I'm so glad you brought that up. First of all, I respect you so much. When you did that art piece, that I'm gonna call it an art piece of the mattress and the girl when she was cradled up on the mattress, and that just told a story of your lows to seeing you high, and that gives people motivation. Like, no matter where you come from, no matter, you don't have to have money in your pocket, you can start from the bottom and you can elevate and grow. So that kind of like, that's a big motivator.
And I mean, that was like probably like a small part of my life. Right. I just feel like my mom, she raised 4 girls.
I was about to say, how has your childhood influenced who you are?
I just respect my mom on so many levels. Like, she's just so amazing.
Yes.
And it's like my father was around, but I feel like, you know how like I think it was more of a bare minimum thing. Like my mom was like, you're not going to public school, you're in private. I'm going to get 2 jobs. I'm going to spend my last to make sure you're there. And like, even when she, like, we were talking earlier today, and she was like, when I found out and I discovered that you were fast and that you had a talent, I didn't care. Like, I made sure I set money aside so I can invest in it, because I knew your talent was going to get you to college. And that's why I got my scholarship. Like, when since 9 years old, I was traveling around the country, like running. And like, she was paying for, you know, meet submissions, hotels, travel, and stuff like that. And I just respect her so much, because it's like, although I'm not running professionally, she inserted herself so much. And I feel like just seeing who she was as a person, that kind of gave me who I am, kind of. Just always willing to achieve, stuff like that. Just really, I love my childhood, even though it wasn't like extravagant where like we didn't have Wi-Fi in my house. We had cables some periods of time, but not really. I don't think I didn't get my first cell phone until probably, I think, 6th grade, and my cousin got it for me.
Shoot, I was using my mom's old phones, trying to what?
But I wouldn't want a different childhood, because I really loved it. Like, although we grew up in a project public housing, I was in Girl Scouts. I was skiing. I was in karate, gymnastics. My mom had us in everything. And the times that say she couldn't get us to practice because say she didn't have gas money, because our practice was probably like 25 minutes away, she had us practicing around the block. So it's just like, I really loved my childhood. I think it was like super amazing because it made me who I am. And I feel like I have more of a story to tell because you have people who feel like they have no hope and no chance, but there is. Even if you don't go to college, because I have friends who didn't go to college who like have businesses. Right. And they're like super successful as well too.
Right. I feel like not downplaying college, but I feel like
I would not have went. If I knew that I could do this, I would have been doing it in high school.
I promise you.
Probably middle school.
I promise you. Like, and I even like feel like my freshman year, my mom was always telling me like, do a podcast. And I never listened. And it's just like, honestly, I went through a lot in college and I'm thankful for the experiences, but
yeah. That's, I think, was very vital.
Right.
Starting a brand in the HBCU was like the best thing I could have ever done. And it's funny because, like I said, my mom wanted the best. So at the time, she's an older generation. They don't understand the importance of going to HBCU. So I can remember when I'm signing my papers, I got offers from multiple schools.
Yes.
And she's like, you need to go to Pitt University. It's a school in PA. It's a, like, I forgot what conference it's in, but it was like a big school. And I'm like, I want to go to A&T.
Yeah.
She like, you're not going there. I was crying. I was so mad. We was having this like debate, and I'm just like, I want to go to HBCU. All top athletes go to these bigger schools, and all they do is make money and profit off us. I want to go to a black school and be the first black fast girl to go there and choose to go there because me going there, then others will follow. Yeah, and I think in black talent needs to be at HBCUs, and that's because that will lead to more funding and better like institutions and stuff. But I think back to Pish Posh, starting at HBCU was the best thing ever because immediately when I did it, so many people who I didn't even know, again, I was anti-social. Just seeing it on my Instagram or maybe I'll hashtag NCAT on Twitter and then I want to support, I want to buy, da, da, da. Yes. Like the first shirt I sold, I probably sold it within 24 hours and yeah. Like, wow. And then from there it was just, I want to be a part. I used to just have people walk up to me like, oh my God, you're Pish Posh. Can I hug you? Yes. It became like so funny to me. Yes. I was like, yeah. Can I take a picture with you? Yeah. Like, and then from there it just led to so many other things. And I'm really grateful for my like school because I just had so many endless opportunities. Yes. Like, it sucks because I feel like the more I grow, the more things I forget. So I got to start writing down a timeline of like all the vital moments I had because I don't want to forget it. Right. You can make a collage. Right. No, I have started doing this thing where I make these little books of like different memories. I haven't done one in a minute, but I have like 3 different books that I made. It's like free prints where you get to print like pictures and like do words and stuff. So I've done. The last one I did was for my graduation. Yeah. But I want to do some more. But yeah, definitely college. It was good for the business, but I wouldn't have put myself in student loan debt. Right. If I knew I wasn't going to just do the major, like, all out. Exactly. My mom was like, community college. I went to community college. Maybe 2 years university, but listen. I learned more outside the classroom. Right. Just conversation with people. I learned way more. Right. And the experience. It's like the people that you meet. Yeah. It just makes it way better. So... yeah. So if you could choose 3 words to describe who you are as a person, what 3 words would you choose? I am empathic. I feel people. It's so crazy where I'm so empathic. Yeah. It runs in my family. I found out that my ancestors are from the Lakota tribe in Cherokee on my mom's maiden side. So like, yeah, I didn't realize it at first until I talked more to my grandma when I got home. But I've always been like, I could feel people, like if they're upset, right. And then I can read news reports and I could cry. Yes. I'm just very caring of other people. Like, you tell me a story and I just want to help immediately. Right. And that was my mom too, watching her. And even yesterday during the fashion show with my friend. Oh, right. I was like, you were very feeling why is she crying? Yes. I felt like, oh my God, what can I do to help? You want to walk in my shop? And she was like, no. Yes. But yeah, that's one word I feel like And I'm very giving. I like to just give back. But I always tell people, besides when people Google the Pish Posh Girl, I don't want to just say designer artist. I want to say humanitarian at one point. So I just want to do more stuff because I feel like the world just needs more good because there's so much craziness going on. And I keep up with news and what's going on and stuff, and I just be feeling it. And I just like, oh, my God.
Right.
Another thing is, I think I'm legendary.
Yes,
I think I'm legendary.
I like
feel
that.
like I create. Sometimes I'll be like, wow, I did that.
Yes.
Like, I love, every time I create, I'm excited creating it within the moment, but I'm always excited to when I get to post it and the world can see it because I love the feedback. I really be looking at my comments like,
right.
And then, like, or if I rewatch a video, a time lapse of me creating, I'll rewatch it 1,000 times to see it in other people's perspectives, and I just be like, wow, I really did an amazing job. It's so funny, and it's because when other people say it to me, I be like, oh, thank you. I'm modest to it, but when I really do sit back and be like, think of other pieces I created, I'd be like, wow, that was amazing. I'm like always trying to outdo the last piece.
Yes. Do you feel like you give yourself enough credit, or do you feel like you are your hardest critic?
Sometimes I feel like, I call my friends. I have 2 friends that I call all the time, Sam or Baron. I'm like, do you think I should drop this? Does it look good? Will people get offended? Because I like controversial work too. So I created this canvas where this cop was shooting a gun at the 5-year-old because that happened earlier last year. So, and that bothered me. I'm big on police brutality and just whole racism thing. So I like incorporating my artwork because I like creating art that disturbs. So I did that, and I tagged all these city police stations, and it got deleted. But I reposted it.
Yeah.
And then my boyfriend, Diggy Simmons, he commented on it. I was so hyped.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Shout out to Diggy.
Yes.
So, okay, speaking of celebs, are there any celebrities that you would want to work with as far as maybe like even do artwork for, work with as far as like maybe collaborating on humanitarian work or maybe just dressing?
It was at a point where I liked Rihanna, but I kind of fell back from her when she became like more open, like with nudity and stuff like that. But when I recently seen her in AACP awards speech, I fell in love with her again. Like I would want to do humanitarian work with her because she really does care, and I feel like she's one of the people, she don't care what she says and making sure to get out. Because you got some celebrities who don't want to insert themselves in certain topics because backlash it may get, or cutting them off from white ties rather than what it could do for our community. Because you speak on something and you have influence and it's going to impact people. And I respect Rihanna because I feel like she was like, when you doing certain things, invite your friends, your rich friends who got influence. And that speech was very vital. So I really like her now. As far as like working with people, I would work with her too. I love her. Yeah. Her just whole aesthetic is just amazing. She's like a fashion icon. Right. I feel like she's like the Black Marilyn Monroe, but way bigger, way heavier impact. Yes.
Especially her fashion line.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Definitely.
It's crazy.
There's a few artists I like rapper wise and stuff. I feel like lately I've just been targeting music industry people, but I think I want to narrate to, because there's influencers all over, like actors, sports people, stuff like that. So one person I did reach out to this morning, Rod Wave, somebody in his camp, because he's performing in Philadelphia. He's on tour right now. So I'm like, I got to get some merch to Rod Wave. I listen to his music. He's so emotional, and I relate to it on all levels.
He puts you in your feelings, I promise.
Really, I be like, in the car just bobbing out, like feeling every word. It's so funny, but I really like it. His music. So that's one person I've been reaching out to and stuff. Can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now else. But I like, getting stuff on big influence because that brings more views to my work. And even if people don't buy, I just want people to know who Pish Posh was. Right.
What you can do.
I want to have like impact like Basquiat and like Picasso, stuff like that. I just want it to be like an ongoing forever thing.
Yeah. And do you feel like, is that artist that you kind of look up to, that you feel like you can relate to with your artwork and creativity?
It's so funny because I talked about this the other day on a post where when people used to ask me who was my favorite artist, I used to say Basquiat just because he was black and like really famous. Yeah. But I think I like more underground artists, if anything. There's more artists that haven't got recognized or recognition that people don't know of that I follow. And I'm just like, wow, this work is crazy.
Right.
But yeah, I think I look up more to underground people, even underground fashion designers. Like, I'm not impressed by the big labels like that.
Exactly.
They steal from black designers.
They do.
I can't stand Fashion Nova, by the way. I've never purchased from there.
It's just tired of them stealing knockoff Rainbow. Well, it's
not,
literally the same
thing. But they
thing.
steal and copy and mimic black designers.
Yes.
There's been multiple people. But yeah, I just respect more within our culture. I feel like we create the culture.
Right.
Within everything, from music to fashion to art, literally everything is crazy. We're super talented.
Right.
I love it.
I love black people, period. Like, now it's currently the last day of CIAA, and I was just saying, like, I just love looking around and seeing, like, our people. Like, everyone looks so good, dressed, and it's like these outfits, new hair, fresh cuts. So it's like, we're so powerful, and we have to, like, band together and be unified to grow and elevate each other.
It takes so much more growing.
It is.
When there are those good moments where, like, we're connecting, not judging, not being mean to one another, I love it. Like, the Shade Room has some days where they are nice and they post, like, certain, good things that people are doing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Like, oh. Or just, like, just small stuff, seeing black people get married or, like, somebody starting their business on how they started. I just seen this post about this girl. She was on Shark Tank. And they denied her, and they called her something, but now she's the CEO of a major makeup company.
Wow.
I just seen that on, like, I was just scrolling earlier.
Yeah.
I just be seeing random stuff like that. I try to follow, like, real positive pages.
Right. Instead of
post,
just
like,
negativity.
Yeah.
And
that post is, like, just black people doing different things.
right.
But we winning.
Yeah. Well, wrapping up the interview, where can people find you, your work, who you are?
So again, I'm Emani. I go by the Pish Posh Girl. I'm also branding as the Hood Mona Lisa.
Yes.
That's my whole 2020 campaign. But my Instagram is at the Pish Posh Girl. I have a clothing Instagram where all the artwork is. Shout out to that page because it just got to 11K.
Yeah,
I'm so hyped because I really built that from scratch. Again, like another page. It was just so hard getting people to get there.
Right.
But that's Pish Posh World. I think I'm changing Pish Posh Apparel to Pish Posh World because I'm just trying to create this world of just like freeness. Because Pish Posh means to be absurd to one's opinions, and it's just getting people to. I feel like pop out.
Right.
I like popping out, walking to the room, standing out and stuff.
Right.
But and then the website, it's pishposhapparel.com now. At the moment, it will be changing soon. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. Keep up with me there. I do vlogs, different stuff.
Yes.
Book me, creative direct. I'm getting into that.
Yes.
About to start making beats.
Right. Oh shit.
Vlogging more. I just want to get more into films. That's one
Yes.
major thing I've been wanting to do, like, heavily. I just
Yes.
love the whole capturing moments. That's why I vlog so much. I just like capturing moments.
Right.
I plan to show my kids every little thing I did.
Right, the
I'm
whole
like,
journey.
Look at this when I did this. They gonna be
Right.
so tired of me.
Exactly. They're gonna be like, well, this is dope. This is what my mom did.
No,
And-
right. I just want them to be able to brag because I feel like I don't have, from my childhood, I don't have as many pictures, or even like my mom. I don't see that many pictures of her. So I just want to make sure my kids have endless. If this was my mom,
Right.
because most people don't have their it's even going back generations, just pictures of like family members and stuff like that.
Right.
And with social media now and the technology we have, we can really show them the world.
Right. That is true. So, okay, so filming, would you want to do a movie?
Yes. I like 90s movies. My favorite movie in high school was The Wood.
Okay, yes,
I
with the
love,
foreman.
I feel like what they put out is not really how we react to things. Like the things how black people will react to certain things in movies. It's not how we would be. Or even when it comes, I think the closest movie that came close to how we would have been was The Last Purge.
Oh yeah,
where they had it like in the project,
yes,
and, like, how they were defending like the community and stuff like that, or how it showed that when they wanted us to purge, we were doing a party. We didn't care about killing people and stuff like that. And I think that was really a good representation of black people. And I think we just need more movies like that, just showing black love, stuff like that. I feel like they've lacked on black love movies.
Right.
We used to have so many in the 90s.
We did. Like,
Yeah.
Love Jones, Poetic Justice.
Basketball, Love and Basketball.
Yes.
It was so many.
Right. Brown Sugar. Right.
We just don't have it. I can't think of one other than Queen and Slim.
Exactly.
Like,
and the one with oh my God.
The photographer or something.
Yes, the photographer. I want to see that too.
I haven't seen it yet.
I really want
to
to
go see it though.
Yeah. So, okay, last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years and 10 years?
5 years. Bigger. Hopefully manufacturing. Hopefully have a team. I'm not going to say hopefully. I'm going to say I'm going to have a team. I'm going to have a whole manufactured line. Just better established. Hopefully I'm married by then.
You a kid?
I do. I don't want to be 60 at my child's high school graduation, so I need to have them soon. But I do want the brand to be established before I even bring life into the world, because I want to make sure they have the best of whatever. Because I'm be like my mom, putting them in all the best things and just whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, I just want Pish Posh. I want my artwork. I gotta get back to focusing on the artwork. I need to have pieces in people's homes and stuff that I would know will be passed down.
Right.
It will always be, because, clothing may just deter and da-da-da, but a paint and a canvas will always be. So I want to get more focused on my work. Selling my canvases for at least 5 to 10K. I'm trying to get to that point. 10 years. I think I'll be more settled with, I'm dropping a jacket for 5K, and it's rare that I drop them, but I still have this big manufacturing line that's just ongoing. I have a whole team. I'm just sitting at home relaxing, and I don't really have to do much unless I feel like getting up and creating an exclusive piece today to ship to Brazil or something.
Yes.
So yeah, that's that. And then hopefully a gallery. I want a gallery with a storefront, something where people could vibe out at.
Yeah.
Just a space where people feel like, oh my gosh, this is so dope.
Right.
In my hometown, Philly. I want people to be able to come there, be like, this is a historical spot.
Chill, be creative.
Tourists come to it. Like, oh, we got to go to the House of Pish Posh. That's what I'm going to call it. Because that's what I used to call my apartment when I lived on Lindsay Street at A&T. I used to call it the House of Pish Posh.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah, I used to throw events, and it was called, like, the House of Pish Posh.
Yes.
Like, the first pop-up shop I did was in my apartment. And I, like, made it look all urban. I had like backdrops up, painted the walls, stuff, and I called it the House of Pish Posh. It was really cool. Like hella people came out and stuff.
That's dope. I like that you're very just creative and you take risks.
You gotta be risky.
Have to, because if you don't take risks, you won't be successful. So, okay, this will be the last question.
You like risking?
So, what do you have in store for 2020?
2020, right now I feel like touring. My friend Ashanti, she does hair, faux locks. She's from Chicago. She gave me that whole idea. She was like, girl, you on tour, like when I was doing so many fashion shows back to back. So yeah, I think I'm just on my whole 2020 tour. Just about to start my spring collection. I don't even have an idea of what I'm doing. I'm more of a just go with the flow type of person, but I'll be doing my first Philly fashion show. I haven't done one there yet. I'm excited for that. That was going to be the monumental moment of 2020.
Right.
And I want to do an art show. I have a series that I want to do, a denim series. I started one piece, but I never did more. And I want to do an art show because people don't really get art shows from Pish Posh. They just be fashion shows.
Right.
So I definitely want to do that. What else? 2020. Just elevation and growth. And I gotta really insert more time of just giving back and making sure. Sometimes my mentees don't get me on the phone all the time, and I do feel bad. And they're always texting me. Like my Destiny, she texted me the other day. Her campus, they seen her work on Twitter, and they offered her like vending opportunities on her campus and stuff. And she goes to PWI, so I think that was very vital and good. That she got invited out, to like sell her merch. I was like, you got to make sure, like, go home right now and prep and make sure you got enough inventory so you can sell out and stuff like that. But yeah, just inserting myself more in community events. I just gotta really execute it. Some days I'm wasting time. I'll be honest, sitting on the couch, and I really could just be out in the world just doing more. So that's what I want to make sure 2020 is full of as well.
Right. Peace, happiness, and success.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Emani. Third time is a charm. We are definitely going to do more in the future.
I think the last one was 2017, by the way.
Yes. So it's been, 3 years. Right. Three. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. In 5 years, we're going to be rich. We're going to...
Right. Interview in London or something on a trip.
LA, hopefully, God, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to speak into existence, manifest it.
Right.
Yes. Well, thank you, y'all, for tuning into our episode. Make sure you follow Emani on the Pish Posh Girl.
Yes, at the Pish Posh Girl on Instagram. Yes.
Right. The creator, artist, and humanitarian.
Yes.
Of the world. Period. Well, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Let's Be Real, the podcast, and I'll see you next week.